but for some of, not all, for some of our Nigerian people, they will not just bother. They will just do like, hey, after all, it's not my house now. After all, it's not my house. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because you are blocking the chance for. Hello family, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing about why do Italians don't like to rent out their apartment for immigrants or Nigerian, for immigrants in general. Why they don't like renting their apartment out. So somebody asked me this question, so I just said I will just come and say it on my YouTube channel. Then we see this thing together, and if you have anything to say, you can just drop it at the comment section, or if you have this type of experience before, you can just drop it as the comment section as well. So to my own understanding is that, you know, all these our people that come to abroad years back, all these old buggers, let me just use the word, that word, all these old buggers. So they came to this country, you understand? When they came to this country, they rented apartment from all these Italian people. So when they rent the apartment, to my own understanding, and what I heard about this, when people told me to as well. So when they rented this apartment from those Italian people, some of them will not pay house rent. They won't pay house rent to those Italians. Just imagine somebody rents your house, you stay in your house, the person refuses to pay house rent. When you evict that person from the house, will you give your apartment to another person? You will not give your apartment to another person. You will prefer even locking the apartment itself. You will not give it out again. So they will not pay, they won't pay for house rent. They will just be staying in the house like that. When they will stay in the house, because they know that they will leave the country, maybe their passport is out or so, they will just leave this country, they will travel to another country. When they travel to another country, they will go and start their life fresh. So they just spoil the opportunity for people that are just coming to have an apartment to rent. They spoil the opportunity. So when they do like that, when they did like that, so the landlords, they don't want to give their house out. They don't know if you are the one that do it or not. As far as you are black, you are black. They won't give you house to rent as far as you're black. What even surprised me the most especially we Nigerians, they don't even want to hear Nigerians at all. Because why I say so is that, see, my sister, she's looking for an apartment. She will just go to Agenzia, which is agent, to make inquiries for the house. They will tell her that maybe they have apartment here or they have there. So after she finished talking to them, then she will go back home, hoping that they will tell her that they will call you, they will fix appointment with you and the owner of the house. Then she will say, okay, she will go. They won't call her again, or she will call them. They will say the house is not longer available because they don't want to give, because they just ask her, where are you from? She said Nigeria, finish. They won't call her again. Or you will just call somebody, she will just call an agent on phone, because when she was looking for an apartment, the thing was really terrible for her. Or she would just call an agent on phone. Maybe she saw all this house, they're looking all this online house, because sometimes they do put house on Facebook Market. Then she will look for an apartment. Then when she will see the house, she will just contact the people and they will pick up. When they just hear that she's from Nigeria, they will just say the apartment is no longer available. You understand? People are suffering here, looking for apartment here and there. They don't want to give their house out again for we the blacks. Because just imagine, another thing I want to say is that, then, like, Africa as a whole, they will stay in your house. Your house will be, as in something will happen to the house, maybe they will not even bother to repair the house or anything. Like when we rented our apartment, before we bought our house, we were on rent before we bought our house. So when we were on rent, maybe our house now we have, sometimes now maybe rain will be falling or something will be leaking or anything. If my husband called the landlady, he will just tell her that so thing is happening to the house. So she will tell you to go ahead and repair it. You understand? Then later she will remove it from your rent, or she will give you your money back. But for some of, not all, for some of our Nigerian people, they will not just bother. They will just do like, hey, after all, it's not my house now. After all, it's not my house. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, because you are blocking the chance for people to get house to rent. If you have your own house, don't block chance for others to to rent their own. It doesn't make any sense. And again, just imagine some people in this Europe, how they spoil house is that, just imagine somebody will just go and buy cow leg with skin. Oh, his skin will be on the cow leg. They will go and roast it in their own kitchen. If it's your house, will you roast cow leg in your kitchen? Will you roast it in your kitchen? They will just roast it inside their kitchen. See, I was taking my daughter to school the other day. Yeah, there were some Nigerians staying close to my daughter's school. I just see the window of the house at the balcony. If you see smoke up of the window, you will just see smoke. Maybe they are roasting something in the house. They just spoil the building. It doesn't make any sense. Please, we should stop spoiling opportunity for young people that are coming so that they will get house to rent. Because Italian people now, they don't want to give house to blacks at all. As the moment they heard that you were from Nigeria, even safe sometimes, maybe they will manage Ghana, they will manage Senegal, they will manage French people, but Nigerian, I don't know what Nigeria did to these people. Where maybe they are scared. I don't blame them as well. Maybe they are scared because seriously, if they tell you what they experience and what they pass through in the hands of those our Nigerian people, you will pity for them. Just imagine, somebody was telling me something the other day. She said people, our neighbors, they refuse to pay house rent. They refuse to pay house rent for like a year plus. They didn't pay rent, and they have stayed in the house because they have children. You know, in this country, if you have children, even if you do not pay for it, the landlord cannot come and chase you out of the house that you are owing rent. Because you can even sue the person to court. When you sue the person to court, they will say in court that you have children. Yes, what they will just do for you, the community, which is commune, they can help you with a house because of those kids. Because you can't just you cannot just put your children in the co or something like that, because they are not doing it for you. They are doing it for the children that you have. So some people, because of they have children, they will just maybe the children will just be like, this is a guarantee for me to just misbehave, not to pay my rent because I have kids, because I know that they can't chase me out. Not so. Do the right thing. Do the right thing, because even in your country, my country, you can't do this. You cannot just stay in the house that you say you are not paying house rent. The landlord will come and chase you out of the house, or he take you to the court. Or the landlord will take you to court. But because here now, I know all these people have soft mind. They won't do such to you now, maybe because you have kids. Don't because of your children and start doing what is not right. Just try and do the right thing at the right time. Okay, so that you stop spoiling opportunity for others that are still coming to get an apartment, because people are really suffering for apartments these days. So people will just be looking for a house for a year, 2 years. They will just be squatting in people's house. It doesn't make any sense. People will just tell them they can lock their house for 20 years, 10 years. You will just see house. Nobody will be inside the house. They don't want to rent it out because they don't want to have problem with their tenants. They will not rent the house out, because they know that if they rent it out, at the end of the day, if they don't have good tenants, they will start having problem with the tenants. So they just prefer to just lock their house, which is not supposed to be so. Please, we should not be spoiling opportunity for people to have house to rent. We should not spoil that opportunity for others to have house to rent, as I say it again. So please, we should just try and do the right thing, because if it's your house, you will just have tenant in your house. The tenant will not just pay house rent, and the tenant will keep staying in the house. You will feel bad. So since we know that it's not good, we should not do it. We should not do it, because this thing there is really broken way for the young ones. Why I'm really doing this video, I know what my sister passed through before she later got an apartment. I know what she passed through because of all these things that people are doing. Since we know that this thing is good, we should stop it. Seriously, after all, you're working, you are receiving your paid. What is there that you cannot pay your own house rent, where you staying in, where you feel comfortable in, where you will go out and come back at night to sleep? You will go out and come back to sleep. You find a way to sleep. It's very important. Don't you know that shelter is very important? Shelter is very important. You don't know. When you sleep outside for one day, you will know that shelter is very important. Please, we should try and do the right thing, okay? we should just try and do the right thing so that we'll not block way for young people that are still coming, so that they will get an apartment to rent. Okay, so that is why I say let me just come and make this video. I don't know if you are angry with me. Don't be angry, because I just want to speak my mind and say the right thing. You know, sometimes you might have something to say but you don't know where to put it. Since I have my media and where I can communicate to my fellow immigrants like me, so I just say let me just come and put it on my YouTube channel, because I can communicate through here to people. Please, we should do the right thing at the right time. What we know that is right, we should do it, because if somebody do it to us, we will not take it from them. Please, we should try and do the right thing at the right time, please. So I don't know if you still like this video or you still love me, but if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and share my video and give it a thumbs up, and see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.